Global markets were not in the best of shapes, and we knew what was coming up yesterday also. I talked about Nasdaq that was down 3%. The worst rout in the history of any stock market, Nvidia. Nasdaq took S&P down with it. Dow Jones is kind of independent. Global markets were mixed bag. Nikkei started down, and today our indices were looking slightly better. Rupee is at 86.5, Brent is 77.5. This number is actually good for the country, not so good for the ENP, the Reliance ONGC Oil India pack. Indian markets mixed bag. While we see green here, which is the percentage gain for the day, especially Bank Nifty, the large banks, HDFC up 2.5%. This is the FII factor. ICICI Bank 1.5%. Bajaj Finance, which has not even fallen much, that was up 4.3%. Volatility is insane right now, and today volumes also were high except for Reliance. One pack which was not expected to do well, IT, that is spooked by Nasdaq. The good thing is the top players did not fall much. In fact, Infosys, which is FI favorite, that was up. No such joy for railways. Yes, select stocks were up, but in general, we still see red. We need at least 2-3 days of rally ahead of the budget. Defense pack, the middle tier was looking good today. Mazgaon Dock was the leader, 4% up. Even GRSC was up 3.7%. Note that BL is a very typical company. It does not get direct government orders. It is a supplier to most of the companies like HAL, Mazgaon Dock, Cochin Shipyard, GRSC. These are the front-end vendors. The Nugget is very close to my heart today. This is a stock that I've been owning for nearly 2 years, Ixigo. I've been eagerly awaiting the particular result, and the result, in my opinion, was good. And the reason I'm talking about it, it will give you a good insight in how to evaluate a stock, especially if you have to invest for long term, like I've been invested here for 2 years. Now, there's some issue with the automation in certain dashboards. Yesterday's data has gone missing. 25 stocks down, 25 up. HDFC, Bajaj Finance, ICICI Bank, Axis Bank and Airtel taking Nifty up. And the fall had IT written all over it. Wipro at number 6 from the bottom. TCS is here, HCL is here. Giving them company, ITC, L&T, Sun Pharma fell the most. Next 50 today for a change, LIC recovered, DLF was at the top as well along with Chola Finance, TVS Motor. Varun Beverages, whenever it hits the green zone in the top 5, it brings a sigh of relief for me, though I'm still far off from profit here. Today there was a ray of hope for investors. 14 sectors were up, not that much, but still lot better than the previous 2 days. Banking is making money in the last 15 days suddenly. Giving it company is construction materials, which is cement, Ultratech mostly, and holding companies. Today the balance was there, but banking tower was too long. The bottom had one long tower, which is IT. And the sector which was taking indices down most today was pharma. Now it's not possible these days to have an expiry without drama. Today was the monthly Sensex expiry, and look at what happened right at the end. Roughly around 2:45 p.m. till then the investor was looking at a good day. Suddenly came a big fall that erased significant gains for the day. If you look at Bank Nifty, it was doing better than Nifty whole day. That also had a fall. Not that much. Good volumes for Bank Nifty for the entire day. IndusInd and IDFC hit fresh lows, and it was a green day for nearly all stocks. In the private sector, 4 banks hit fresh lows today: IndusInd, IDFC, Karnataka Bank and Ujjivan Small Finance Bank. South Indian Bank was up 6.3%. Based upon feedback on yesterday's video, I have included 3-year and 5-year graphs here. Look at HDFC Bank here. Yes, this range is slightly big, but range bound for a long time, since 2021. This is the pre-pandemic peak. This is not the case with every bank and every company. See here, ICICI Bank has gone up, and IndusInd is even a more interesting chart. That's because there was a fall for pandemic, and then it went up like anything, and then it has gone down significantly. See Kotak Mahindra, completely range bound. That's between 1600 and approximately 2000. One of the decisions I took yesterday backfired. JNK Bank, which I sold yesterday, and I had a very large quantity that was up 7.6%. I had purchased SBI instead, that was not up that much. That's okay, part and parcel of the life. There are some more banks here which I own and they were up as well. Bank of Baroda, Canara, Union, Indian. Similarly, in the investing back, I had swapped a bit of JM Financial with CAMS, and JM Financial fell less, CAMS fell more. After every fall on recovery day, NBFCs come back very, very strongly. Not everyone, but the Bajaj franchise was on fire today, 4.3%, 3.4% up for Bajaj Finance and Finserv. Note that if economy is not doing well and people still have aspirations, they will buy electronics and other goods on finance, and Bajaj Finance Finserv will do well only. Similarly, gold finance companies will do fine. IFL had a government raid and that was down a lot. It recovered towards the end. See here, trading range of 10%. And the government NBFCs continue to be in the red. Very less takers despite a huge fall from the peak. Telecom, the fall in the stocks was again led by Tejas today, 4.3% down today also. And today there was news that Tejas is bidding for the Delhi circuit for BSNL yet again. This time it is not with CDOT and TCS consortium though. Auto looked slightly better, boosted by TVS Motor results. Our Tata Motors, Hyundai and Ola hit fresh lows today. Hindustan Zinc cracked today in the metal space, 4% down, and despite crude cooling down significantly from 82 levels last week to 77 right now, oil marketing companies continue to sulk. Investors, especially people like me, are too much scared of windfall tax word right now. Power continued to bleed. Today the biggest cut was in JSW Energy. I'm thinking of biting a bit more in NTPC and Tata Power right now. That will probably be for long term, and I sold half of my Tata Power holding about 2 months back. The only good thing for the renewable sector today was that SW Solar came out of its slumber and out of the lower circuit. And Suzlon, despite fantastic results, that was up only 0.1%. Cipla's results were fantastic, but the stock was up just 2%. Overall, the sector was bleeding today also. Note that Cipla is in red. Edible consumption continues to be in the red. Slight improvements were shown in Varun Beverages today and Jubilant Foods. Britannia, which I sold yesterday, that gave up most of the gains from yesterday, down 2.2%. This is the problem, that any stock which looks a little better now, where retail is in slight profit, that will get sold into. That is because retail wants to get money out, but that is available only on good stocks like Britannia. Bad stocks are on losses and retail will continue to cling to them. A lot of profit booking in associated alcohol, 7% down for the day. 4 stocks in the Tata stable hit fresh lows today. And only Ambuja Cement is the non-red stock in the Adani pack. FI numbers, 5,000 crores sold for the day. DIS bought 7,000 crores. DIS will have to have lot of money for Saturday and Monday, especially if the budget is not that good. And Cipla is saying they will launch 2 new drugs. One of them is for oncology in the next financial year, which is financial year 26. Suzlon Energy net profit jumps 91% and Colgate's net profit drops 2%. This is one stock I have never understood. As soon as Cipla's results were out, there was a huge jump in volume and there was a huge jump in the stock as well. It seems that no one was expecting such good results. Gold and silver are in the familiar territory. Bitcoin is very volatile. It cracked 4-5% yesterday when Nvidia fell. An unconfirmed news says that yesterday $1 trillion worth of liquidation happened. That's something like a margin call in the Indian market. $1 trillion is the unofficial number. And I am half expecting Mr. Trump to give a clarification today that they will not get anything from China. My trades for the day, when I saw markets recovering a bit, I just bought Kalyan a little bit. The results are out on Thursday. I think there is a recovery due anytime. Roughly this is the part where I saw Kalyan Jewelers recovering and I took a call and bought a bit. This excess quantity I will probably sell off in a day or two as soon as the recovery, if any, is over. I will try and not to be greedy with it. Nugget for the day, let's talk about Ixigo. And this stock has suddenly cracked in less than a month from 180 to today's level, which is around 125. Ixigo is a technology company. That is why you see it in IT SaaS in my dashboards. They have many business lines. The key ones are airlines, then they have train tickets, then they have general hotel booking, then one of the largest growing businesses is the bus business. The headline result, and this is from their published results, the GTV, which is gross transaction value, that is the trade that happens on their electronic platforms, that was up 48%. This is year on year growth. So 4036 crores worth of sales on their particular platform. Revenue for operations, which is basically the money that goes to them, not say for example Indian Railways or Indigo and so on, that's about 242 crores. Out of that, the contribution margin, which is defined as net ticketing revenue plus other operating revenue less direct expenses, was 103 crores. Note I'm adjusting millions to crores here. This is up 32%, and the adjusted EBITDA is up 25% to about 25 crore rupees. This is a small company, and the profit before tax, that was up 46%, 23 crore rupees. Percentages in terms of growth here are fantastic. In this particular 9-month figure, there is roughly around 460 crores worth of cost attributed to IPO. So that cost is one time, it has been added as expense. It is not there in this quarter, of course. You won't see this cost from next year. So 470 crores is a big amount for a company of this size, and you will see a sudden jump in OPM here. Also, if some overzealous analyst beats down the results because of this number, I'm calling it out. There is a deferred tax charge of minus 168 crores, which adds to the P&L positively for Q3 of previous year. Mostly what happens is when companies are in startup mode and they are in loss mode, they take losses to their balance sheet for several years and they get to reverse it. I think this is that particular reversal. So about 17 crore and about 6 crore, there is a 23 crore number which is accounted for in the negative sense when we talk about deferred tax. The numbers are still good quarter on quarter, 13 crore to 15.5 crore. But if you compare year on year, then some overzealous analyst might say 30 crore or 31 crore has reduced to 15 crores without a mention of this deferred tax charge. Now, very interesting part, shareholding pattern, and today you will understand why probably I love this section. If you look at their balance sheet and the FIIs, this is the dilution of equity they did perhaps in the pre-IPO days. SAF Partners has the maximum equity ownership along with Peak XV Partner Investments, 15%, 10%. And then you have a bunch of other FIIs which are holding this particular company. 61% is held by FIIs. Remember one more company where FI ownership is such high in terms of promoter ownership? Fusion Microfinance. DIAs hold only 8%, public owns 30%. Now public number may sound very high to you, but where are promoters? Promoters' stake is low, they appear in public. Mr. Rajneesh Kumar, Mr. Alok Bajpai, they are the promoters here. 10% holding is with them. In fact, Abhibus, the stake has become zero now, but this was kind of a share swap when Abhibus was acquired. Now, the biggest opportunity which I mentioned earlier also for this company, if you look at the OPM here, since it is right now coming out of startup mode and expanding, is low. It is a SaaS platform, IT platform, 11, 9%, 9%. EaseMyTrips OPM varies between 40 to 60%. Think of a day, say 1 year down the line, 2 year down the line, when the OPM of this company becomes 40-50%. That is 5x of the profit they are hitting right now at the same sales. The sales also will go up only. So this is a potential multi-bagger in few years if they do the right things. I don't know till what extent they will do marketing extra. I haven't seen them go overboard. For example, do you know that their customer base is larger than Make My Trip? They could get into more M&A. In fact, they have grown a lot inorganically, especially in the bus business. Confirm Ticket also, I think they acquired only. Competition, they will obviously not sit silently. They will increase. Promoter stability, the promoter stake is down a lot. They have been there for a while and they are still there. I don't think FIIs will take over the company. And during the pre-IPO days, I had an opportunity to do a bit of interaction indirectly. The promoters will not know me, but I did interact with them a while and I have very high regard for their caliber. I think that this particular part is fine. Travel industry right now is doing fine. See, we have just seen what happened in the Kumbh Mela. Hopefully, there will be a lot more such spectacular events in the country. Currency is gonna be interesting because international tourism becomes easier and more feasible if currency is weak. International expansion will come naturally. In fact, in SaaS business, it is very easy to expand internationally. So there is a bunch of opportunities here, because of which I am seeing that this stock may become a multi-bagger also. This analysis style is not just for Ixigo. This is to help you analyze lot more stocks which have a similar portfolio or similar style. I hope this was useful. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow.